Hello, everybody. Eleanor here, and welcome to a release note summary. I'm going to go through a couple of these main points here and just kind of give a little bit of my opinion as well as kind of go through them just to kind of make sense of everything. So Alpha 19, it kind of looks like it's mostly just going to be like the high definition update where they just kind of touch up a lot of things. Um, so that's what I got out of it, out of looking out of most of it. So we can just hop right into it right now. They're doing the stream weekend on June 26th, so today. Um, and then it's going until Sunday. And it looks like a lot of the streamers will be giving away Steam keys. So I don't have the list of all the streamers that are going to be streaming the Alpha 19, but I will probably get a link in the description down below. So let's get into it. Looks like a lot of this stuff is going to be just some quality of life things, um, with like new lighting engine, being able to change brightness as well instead of gamma. Um, Lights now use priority, which is actually going to be really good. It's going to make things look a lot nicer, in my opinion. Um, let's see, new interactive loading screen. That's again just more like quality of life things, more quality of life things. The new survival system in critical injuries. So it looks like instead of just being either stunned or bleeding out, you have a chance of getting a critical injury, which is like if a zombie hits you, you can get like you have a chance of getting like a broken arm, or they have a chance to sprain your leg. Um, so the list of them are here. Looks like abrasions, sprained or broken arm, sprained or broken leg, deep laceration, which looks more like it's the bleeding out effect, just kind of changed around a little bit. Concussion is kind of. Oh, okay. So you can also still be stunned. This just gives you a stun. Um, Looks like it periodically gives you a stun effect. Okay, so that makes sense. Broken arm reduces your ability to hit. Makes sense. Broken leg, same broken leg that you had in the Alpha 18. Um, just regular abrasions, that's not a big deal. Infection. So infection looks like it's also been changed. So infection, once it hits 5%, it gets worse, or it actually starts causing damage. But it also, when I was reading it this morning, it sounded like if your infection is below 5%, it'll slowly start healing itself. But if you get infected and you're at like 1% and a zombie hits you, it'll jump to like 2%. And then if another zombie hits you, it'll jump to 3, then 4, then 5. And then once it passes 5, you actually need medication to cure it. So the food and water bars are also getting changed here. Blue and green. Okay, that's just more clarity. More HD characters. So the HD zombies are coming out, which is going to be really cool. That looks like it's most of the zombies as well. I think it's just like the military, the radiated, which the military and the radiated, I think they look okay as is. All the special zombies I think look okay. I don't really think they need to work on an HD um, rework of those guys quite yet. Maybe they're saving those. Um, Dynamic music system. Okay, okay, cool. That's just more in-depth music. What it looks like. Cool. Loop progression. Looks like they kind of pretty much made it so you're not going to find a level 6 military helmet on day 1. Which, I mean, it makes sense. Um, actually pretty glad that they did that, because sometimes it's just like, well, I found all these level 6 tools and level 6 everything. What am I going to do now? Loot quality is changed for parties equivalent to the highest level player. So if you have 10 people in your party and one of them's level 150 and one of them's level 1, and the level 1 goes and loots something, it's equivalent to the highest player, which I don't think was that way before. I think it took the average, but I could be wrong there. Only loot advantages. Parties face tougher opponents, which have a higher chance of drop loot of better quality. Okay. 4 tech levels? Start. Oh, okay. Okay. So there's tech 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Game stage 1 to 11, you get the primitive tools and weapons. Like pistols or double barrel. Okay. Mid-range firearms. Okay, cool. Cool. Though, I don't necessarily agree that they completely lock out like the M60s and the snipers till certain game stages. I feel like they should have just locked the quality, because like say you're at game stage 100 or something, and like the M60's unlocked, but now you still only have a real, like, you have a chance of just getting a level 1. Which, I mean, I was getting level 1 M60s relatively early, and they didn't do too much. They're not like a super OP item if they're only level 1 or 2. Like level 1 shotguns I'd take, just because, I mean, a shotgun, it's gonna do damage kind of regardless. So maybe they'll do some adjusting with this, because this is something new that they're coming out with. So I can't imagine that this will be the final thing. Trader quest rewards scale similarly. Okay. Yeah, continuing to fine-tune loot on unifying loot progression. So, I hope they don't completely unify loot progression, because then it just kind of removes the randomness to it, in my opinion. I feel like there should still be a small chance to get some good stuff, because then it rewards you for going out on your first days where you really kind of should just be hunkering down and making a base. But they'll definitely, like, they won't do something that's completely and utterly stupid, because we'll all have feedback for them. So I trust them. Okay, enemy progression and balance. Let's see here. Enemy has been rebalanced. There we go. Okay, cool. Good. That's actually really good. So, I know if I had a game that was on like a higher difficulty, I'd be seeing demolishers on day 14 Horde Night, and it was kind of just like, well, what's the point now? I'm finding all the end game stuff now on day 14. So this is really good. Really happy with this change. On-screen sprites. Okay, so that's just new sprites for the quests and stuff like that. Okay. Oh, is that actually okay? Sweet. So we have implemented the on-screen sprite markers for the fetch quests and all of that other stuff. So like a fetch quest will be easier to find the stuff as opposed to just seeing a down arrow and an up arrow on the map. Opening routes. Added new trader to trader quests. That is good. After they complete 10 quests, they get a marker to the next trader. And then once all 5 traders are unlocked, then they stop doing those kinds of quests. So that's really good, because sometimes it's just obnoxious trying to find the second trader, or even third or fourth. World and location, remnants. Okay, so kind of like the broken down places in the Burnt Forest and the Wasteland. All of those that there's not too many zombies in them, but they still have a couple desk saves, and some of them have like a gun save. So it's just a couple of lower tier houses. Not bad. I always like a little bit of variety too. New random gen to use every POI possible. New grocery stores, gun stores. Cool, cool. Okay, what's all been changed? All of the old POIs have been removed. The unused ones, not the old ones. Lighting. Smaller wasteland. That's actually really, that's decent. I'm okay with that. Lots of like dev stuff here. Moved all non-forest and burnt forest player spawns. Okay, so for now in Alpha 19, you only spawn in the forest? What it looks like? And then as 19 progresses, they'll give them back because they want to make sure that this part works, I guess. Which makes sense. Move gas. Yeah, that's... I think all this stuff is, yeah, Nav's gain. Moved alley. Yeah, yep. Oh, cool. Trader Hugh and Trader Joel can now spawn in any biome. That's really cool. Because Trader Hugh, I would be 100% okay with Trader Hugh being all 5 of my traders. Because he's got like 2 munition boxes, a big gun safe that you can actually get to. He's the only one where you can get to the gun safe. Okay. All the bugs. Lots of like just small fixes here. Yeah, just a lot of tiny little things here. Cabinets aren't lootable, stuff like that. Something is peeking through other things. Um, our team is growing bigger. Looks like they're just changing the way that the trees look. It's a lot of HD stuff. They're just making things a lot more high definition. Store props. All new commercial store props. Okay, cool. Okay, that's awesome. So they have now they're putting out different kinds of stores. So you can have like a grocery store, or there's like a clothing store, which is really cool. The variety, I really like the variety there. Let's see, new weapons. Added a new line of weapons, a new magnum. A new auto shotgun, which has a drum magazine. Awesome. Another sniper. Superior damage to the hunting rifle and marksman rifle. It has better damage than even the hunting rifle. That's going to be actually pretty nuts, because the hunting rifle already does a lot of damage. It just only has one shot. Impact drivers, just a little bit of a better tool. Ratchet. Okay, so they added a level 2 and a level 3 wrench, basically. Added a new assault rifle. And then they added the sledge turret. And then they changed. Okay, okay. So they rebalanced the way that this is lootable. So you can get this early game. Art update. Okay, cool. And now the candy. Add candy to the vending machines. So I think now you're only going to be able to get candy from the vending machines. So there's explosive damage, sneak damage, better loot, salvage, max health. So does that mean they're getting rid of like the fort bikes and stuff like that? Under just 100% success rate on lockpicks. Stun batons. Fall damage immunity. 20% more resources. Melee damage. 10% better deal buying and selling. So you could get level 5 better barter, have a cigar, hold a magnum, also have pumpkin cheesecake and sugar butts, and you get like a ridiculous deal. And now, okay, so they added also new books. Bar Brawler, so that's going to be melee. Just unarmored. Okay, cool. No longer, oh, drinking beer no longer blurs your vision. Actually, really good. Spears, do more with spears. Slows your target, degrade slower. Okay, so it's pretty much like the spear hunters, just like all the other damage ones, where the spears degrade slower. You can craft the steel spears. Okay. So they added one for the tech. Where you can do more damage with all of like the turrets and stuff. So that's going to be really cool. They're rebalancing all the perks. Lockpicking, Infiltrator, Animal Tracker have only 3 ranks now. Penetrator has 4 ranks. And then the treasure hunting has been moved. So Lucky Looter is still 5, and then the treasure hunting is a 3 rank perk. Sexual Tyrannosaurus has 4 ranks. Oh, good. Heavy armor got moved to strength. No, it was on fortitude, so it was a little bit awkward going into. Well, I would go into fortitude anyway, just for extra damage resist. But having the heavy armor in strength, I think makes a little bit more sense. These have only 3 ranks now. Healing factor is nerfed but it heals the critical injuries, which is good. Run and gun, flurry of blows have 3 ranks. Hopefully they keep the max rank. Yeah, science is removed and its perks are merged with various other perks. Okay. This is actually a really long release note. Okay, so the perks, I'm okay with that. Because it was a little bit awkward spending those extra points on like the penetrator. The 5th rank and the 4th rank was like the exact same, only it would just do more damage. Same with like, I think lockpicking didn't really change that much between the 4th and 5th rank, and all of that other stuff. So I'm glad that they kind of limited it down a little bit, because it just felt a little bit awkward trying to get those. Okay, so AI improvements. Okay, so if they go through and break through a door, they have a chance to stumble, ragdoll, or just jump through. Oh, that's actually going to be kind of terrifying. In those like fake doors, they have a chance of just jumping at you. And we fall down if they fall. Okay, so same thing. Enemy stun pain lock. Okay, so that's gonna be like the bear, where you could pretty much just keep damaging a bear and it wouldn't be able to move. And so bears were just like a joke. AI pain resistance has been improved, still builds up, but it's been adjusted to be harder to stun lock enemies. Pain now uses the new hit blending. Okay, okay. That's good. Head tracking, so now they will turn their heads to look at you. That's good. That's cool. Zombies are able to swim. Ugh. I don't like that. Oh well. Oh, okay, so they'll normally still try to just walk through the water, but when they're close, they start swimming upwards. Okay. AI that fall will destroy area chance. AI that fall when target above or unreachable side. What? Will also increase zombie. So I think that means if something falls over by a spot that they can't reach, the zombies will try to go for it. This doesn't quite make much sense here. But I also might be big dumb. AI partial path picking. May choose lower paths. So I think this is like a lot of their jargon. But I think from what it sounds like is a dumber AI will choose a more difficult path. But I'm not 100% sure there. Less dumb AI will pick higher paths over time. Bear pain resistance, yep. Move pain to an animated layer so it can still move while it is being shot at. And then they also doubled the health of the bear. That is going to not be pleasant, because I know bears, even if you were stun locking them, they still took like 14 shots. Pain resistance on all animals. Animation layer, zombie hit layer, swimming animations, swim state, head tracking. Oh, the trader will actually look at you. Okay. Zombie random move speeds based on difficulty. Blood Moon Spawner will spawn a really that's just not okay. So if you get in a vehicle, they will try to spawn a radiated vulture on you, and then once you get out, it'll continue spawning the normal Blood Moon spawns. Blood Moon zombies will either teleport to you or die if you're too far away. After every X zombies have spawned, they have an increased drop chance. Blood Moon vultures have perfect vision. Blood Moon vultures chase vehicles. Blood Moon vultures can attack blocks. Rage chance scales based on hit damage. Does not count down while stunned. Now, that I don't agree with, because I feel like the cooldown should, or the rage duration should go down while it's stunned, but, I mean, it's not a big deal. Crawlers will... Okay. Okay, zombies attack faster with the right hand. Zombie hits triggered. New attack animations. AI. This was already there. More pain resistance. Lower non-get bash and pain damage. Okay. Okay, so they changed the time that it takes for a Blood Moon corpse to despawn, which is good because that'll help a lot of computers be able to help take on the farther Horde Nights where there's just like 200 zombies coming at you. Really? 150% damage to entities and 400% block damage. That's nuts. Improved attack reposition. Okay, that's gonna be pretty good, because the vultures, they'd kind of like, they'd miss you, and then they'd just spend 5 minutes in the air just trying to get another position. Greatly reduce zombie alert times when hurt or after chasing the same target. Increase the health of direwolf and mountain lion. Zombie dogs and wolves, but greatly for the mountain lion and the wolf, slightly for the dogs and the wolf. Increased Grace's health. Oh, aggressive animals in forest only spawn at night. So wolves, dire wolves. I don't think the mountain lions spawn in the forest. Dire wolf uses a scale code. Okay. They just completely reworked the dire wolf. They fixed just a lot of stuff being fixed. Rabbits are digging when idle. Yeah, a lot of dev stuff. Spider zombies junk can still jump walking and shock. That's been fixed. And then after fall due to block time. Oh, so I guess you could jump right as you fell to mitigate the block damage or the fall damage or something. Movement slowing was attacked. These could wander. Yeah. So vultures could just kind of not give a living shit if you were like right underneath them. They just kind of circle around you. Attack origin too high. Sliding. Yeah, a lot of this stuff's just like visual or dev. It's random generation. different random gen biomes. So it could be made more predictable. Oh, okay, cool. So it's going to be easier to find traders, theoretically. Trader or player spawns are going to be easier, but it said in the beginning that it was only going to spawn you in the forest. So maybe it's different for random gen. Every POA possible. And then there's also 3 new pre-gen maps. Okay. They're adding support for the new stuff. Okay, so they're just adding some support for the new weapons and all that other stuff. Stumble animations. New dynamic resolution. So basically you can change it to have your computer run at different resolution. It will change your resolution based on your frames per second. I don't think a lot of people will be using that, but it's nice to have. Improvements to vehicles. Use their mass ratio and hit angle for damage. Okay. Cool. So that'll be good. So if you collide with something during a blood moon, your vehicle's going to slow down. If a zombie hits your vehicle during blood moon, your car slows and it pushes the vehicle aside. The vehicle cosmetic slots accept die, but it's not functional yet. Players exiting vehicle retain most velocity. Damn it. It makes sense that they would change that. If you keep velocity when the driver exits. Okay, yeah. Now this, I don't agree with this at all. Vehicle driving increases food consumption. I mean, maybe a little bit, but if I'm driving for like 6 hours, I'm not hungry because I've been driving. I'm hungry because I haven't eaten in 6 hours. What's changed? Increased vehicle damage, remove vehicle parent part. Just a lot of little minimal changes. I think I'm gonna kind of skip through the server stuff because as far as the server stuff goes, it's just a lot of commands like whitelisting support, stuff like that. In-game commands are changed. They added some more modding supports. They also added some more level editors so you can make your own POIs. And then just a lot of small little improvements. Looks like Jen has a new voiceover. That's actually kind of cool. They changed it so that there's actually moon phases. Background cloud layer, moon glow, sun punch through fog. It's all of this is a lot of just graphical stuff. Analytics. Okay. So basically they're just going to be looking at our games and seeing pretty much how we get XP, how we end up die, what we use to kill things, how fast we're leveling up, what loot we're getting, all of that stuff. And they're kind of going to use that to help fine tune the game, which I'm more than okay with. If them knowing that I accidentally died because I threw TNT at my feet, then so be it. They're not taking IP addresses, names, Steam usernames, anything. B1 to B151 critical hits. Okay, so they just added a lot of like entry stuff for all of this stuff. Like added the journal entry for crits. Um, trader to trader to trader quests is what they added. Um, they added the specializations. So Q is firearms, gun parts, and ammo. Rect is food and seeds. Doesn't look like they changed Gen. Because I think Gen was supposed to be like medical, and Trader Joel was supposed to be just like materials. Um, maybe that's in this one. Oh, super corn can be used to make glue now, which is actually pretty cool. Because before it was just bones, and since you can actually get a reasonable amount of super corn, later on once you get the seeds for it, then that's actually a pretty good addition. Let's see here. Rough adjustment from loot drops. Primitive. Okay, so tier 1 start at game stage 12, tier 2 start at game stage 60. You will always start seeing low qualities of a new tier first. Okay. No longer has it. Oh, thank goodness. Augur no longer has a low priority to be for sale. Cooking pot landmines can no longer be picked up. Also added dysentery chance. Okay. Snowstorm. Oh, good. Okay. And finally, oh, you can finally find hop seeds now. I don't think I found a single hop seed in my Alpha 18. Oh, okay, so they completely removed food poisoning, which is good. Some things may cause dysentery. Cooked foods buff your max stamina. Okay. Game credits. Oh, okay. Splints cannot be used. Okay. Okay, so they just made it so you can't waste items if you're not hurt, which is fine. Heals. Healing factor heals less regular health, but it heals crits up to 2 times faster. Okay. Blood particles, bright. Lots of other stuff. Unused stuff. Gunpowder crafts faster, thank goodness. 20% faster with each rank, which is fine. Burnt forest friendly animals are now identical to the pine forest. So it looks like now we'll get more deer in the burnt forest. And rabbits. Burnt forest no longer spawns vultures. Burnt forest difficulties on par with the pine forest. Removed. Okay. The chicken is a little bit bigger. Buried treasure guarantees dukes and ammo. Okay, that's good. Armors have less base durability. That's fine. Food, water consumption is converted to the 2.0 thing. Food and water stats increase up to 200 along with HP and stamina. There's no more overeating and drinking. But if you eat 20 points above the cap, it'll tick down slowly. So that's technically overeating. Ooh. Okay. Backpacks, it looks like they added the chance for a backpack to despawn. Books and schematics show as mods. That's nice. Lots of other little things. Lights are fully disabled and turned off. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, they now have a steel club. That's cool. Okay, turret camera. Normal color with a little static. Okay, instead of it being like it's a really weird color right now. Spears have more armor piercing. They kind of repeat a lot of the stuff here. Biome affects player threat level. Okay, they completely removed the table saw, thank goodness. Let's see. Little minimal stuff. Hunting knife model. Okay, so it looks like it's just the hunting knife got an update. There's a new stone axe model. Less. Okay, they took away the post-processing options until they can get it fixed. Okay, chili dogs, beer, and yucca smoothies are now rank 3 of MasterChef. Just a lot of little things. Chemistry station no longer uses wood or burning barrels in the recipe. Instead, it used forged iron, more short iron pipes, and 5 acid. Okay. Yeah, because I think the chem station takes like 600 wood. Steel axe plays heavy whoosh sounds. Okay. Remove seeds from seed loop. Remove tree seeds from seed loop. And traders. Okay. Hopefully that still means we can plant trees. Or does that just mean that from like a trash can we can't find seeds anymore? Because I mean that I would not be super opposed to that. Blunderbuss and hunting rifle and crossbows do not auto reload. Increase the base water drain. Clothing and armor pocket mods are named differently. Working stiff crates always drop a minimum of 1 tool. Okay, that's pretty decent. Removed empty jars from beverage loot list. Okay, so anything that can give you a beverage, so like a beverage cooler will give you a higher chance of like an actual beverage instead of an empty jar now, from what I'm taking it. The bullet casings now drop as brass. That's totally fine. Ammo count. Cheap wooden chests have less storage capacity. Ooh, okay. Replace particles. Open the crafting tabs. Lab equipment piles drop gunpowder now, not nitrate slash coal. Okay, that's totally fine. Oh, okay, so now the chests in the tier 1 and 2s were always locked. They unlocked those. Increased chance of food in the refrigerator, increased quantity of eggs. You now need testosterone extract to the cigars. Coal now burns longer than wood does. Lucky Looter has been changed. Okay. Oh, good. Adjusted the steel hatch colliders to improve climbing with ladders. I know sometimes with a steel hatch, you'd kind of get stuck on the corner. So I'm okay with this, but at the same time, early game, it was so good. Decrease the chance to find workstation schematics and destroyed workstations. That, I mean, it makes sense. I was getting them like one every other broken. Explain effect. Reduce the amount of painkillers. That makes sense because I was getting a ton of painkillers. Looks like they just fixed a lot of little stuff. Waterworks fence. Okay, yeah, because there was a spot where if you took down a car, like half the fence would go down. Colliders, lots of colliders. Yep, this bug. When you took out the first layer of the car, it would go up, and it would also take all the terrain with it, and then it would take the terrain down. Animals are not always moved after harvest. I think that was it just being at 0 out of whatever health, and then it just giving you an extra hit. Because I don't actually think I've ever experienced that unless it was them being at 0. Torch no longer burns underwater. That makes sense. Oh, the junk turret now gets the radius of fire from the perk. Oh, I've never actually seen that one. If a vulture's caught on fire, then the fire just stays in one place while the vulture flies around. That's been fixed. Yeah, like a lot of little things has been fixed. Oh, somebody could die from one horde moon and then that would carry on to the second horde night. Removed 2 incorrectly placed blocks. Exactly 2 of them. No more, no less. One of them is the tree at the waterworks. No, I have no idea. You can have a splinted and sprained leg at the same time. I don't know if that's the bug and that's what's been fixed, or if that's now no longer a bug, and you can have a splinted and sprained leg at the same time. A lot of these are worded so weird. It's like, did they fix this? This is the, like, I'm assuming because it says it's fixed, but I don't remember where I'm at. Oh, I'm right here. Okay. Let's see. Scale up basketball hoop. Yep. I know what that means. Hurt from the shadows of it. Okay. Yeah. Look. Under a water plane when above. Oh, apparently the broken leg buff. I'd argue that that's a debuff. Resets on relog. Water cost on is incorrect. Okay. Yeah, looks like most of this stuff is just super minimal. Oh, good. They fixed the electric fence wire causing physics errors in the console. I would make an electric fence and I'd load in my game and it would just spam like 30 errors saying that there is something wrong. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Lots of other just like player getting stuck digging. Steel harvest exploits on saves. I don't know what that means. Like, if you were to take a desk safe or something. I didn't actually think you could get steel from it. I know you can do that with vending machines. But I don't really also know if it's worth getting electrocuted. Let's see, artifact Better Barter. Is it supposed to work on? Is Better Barter supposed to work on the vending machines, or is it not supposed to work on the vending machine? I don't really. Corpses start damage attacks. I'm sorry. Traders can be affected by knockdowns. Okay. Reinforced wood is not as shiny. Ah, yes. This bug has been fixed. Zombies left standing after death for clients. During Blood Moon, it's really hard to tell which zombies are dead and which zombies are bugged out, and which ones are still alive. So I end up wasting quite a bit of ammo. Loot room sleepers don't wake up until volume is triggered. And drawbridges are no longer suffering excessive amounts of explosion damage. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of quality of life fixes, really. This has just been an incredibly long video. Because, yeah, this changelog has just been absolutely enormous. And I tried to just kind of go through half of, like, as little of it as I really could. But, yeah. Overall, I'm really okay with all of these changes. It's a really good update. And I'm sure there'll be like 19.1, 19.2, because they pushed back the vehicle update until Alpha 20, and that might even be the first like beta. I of course I'm just speculating here. I'm not like saying anything is true. As far as a release date, they don't have it, but it should be coming soon. With the stream weekend being this weekend, we can probably expect that Alpha 19 is going to be coming out pretty quickly. So I don't know where my Alpha 18 Let's Play is going to be going. But if you do enjoy the series, please just let me know. And I can continue it. Or once we get the full release, like the official release day, then maybe I'll throw like a finale episode out and stuff like that. But if you want me to keep going through these release notes, do leave a comment down below and let me know. If you like the video, be sure to leave a like, and if you really enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe. Anyway, this has been Elenoria. Thank you all for stopping by. Catch y'all next time.